We'll do this again. Okay.
Just make a comment about how Facebook Live is not perfect yet.
Hello, now it's got crooked. I'm here.
Hello? Apologies.
There we go. That's okay. Awesome. So, where were we going with that? Definitely passionate.
Well, I mean, I was saying how, leading with your heart rather than your intent of gain is even important down to the agent level. If you focus on your commission check rather than the client's best interest. I think it's broad spectrum there. Yeah, absolutely.
For those moms out there that are also growing a team, what I found is you can't recruit talent in any other way other than really leading with passion and with your heart. I mean, of course it is for the agents and the best interest of their clients and the relationship and transforming lives through homeownership, all those great things that we do. Everything happens the way it's supposed to when we lead in the right way, but it's been really an eye-opening thing for me because I didn't even really understand what I was doing coming to Keller Williams, being a new team leader, never recruiting anybody, and it was just a natural thing, which I'm just blessed that it worked out. But now I look at that and go, yeah, I can teach that to people because they hold themselves back sometimes because they're scared to really show their emotion in a positive way, or to just really get passionate, because I think sometimes people feel it'll come across really salesy, but if it's genuine, it doesn't, it comes across really real and people will be very receptive to it.
Right. Absolutely. So you were a team leader, and obviously knocked that out of the park. Then what was the next step?
Yeah, so it's just, I think, that's a great career for any power moms out there. I think it's definitely always a stepping stone one. I grew more personally and professionally in 4 years than I had any of my previous 10 selling real estate, because I had never had an opportunity of high level leadership like that, or to a place where I had to juggle so many balls and really learn a new skill like recruiting and get out of my comfort zone. So I'm grateful for all of that, which led me to Adam and having that opportunity to really tell Adam that you can expand in Minneapolis. So that started my journey on getting excited about expansion. So as a team leader, in 1 year, we had 10 expansionists come into our market center. That was great, successful. It was awesome to partner some of my agents, great expansionists, and opportunities for themselves. And then the second to that was just getting to know Adam and finding we had a lot of synergies, leadership styles, and a very similar vision for just our lives and business, and decided it would be awesome to be in business together. So that happened full time a year ago in January. I worked with them for a while prior to that, and rest is history. Now I did start as a director of growth and primarily did recruiting, and then in October I moved up to the director of expansion. So I get to be coached, with him every single day, week, however I need it, and my growth just continues. It's been a great journey.
Awesome. And Cari, you're going to family reunion.
I am.
Yeah. And are you serving on any panels this year or anything like that?
I am not doing any panels this year. This is the first year that I'm not, which is odd for me because I'm just kind of being in transition of positions. As a team leader, I loved it. I was on tons of different panels and I was moderating, and it was a blast. This year, Adam's going to be on, so I'm going there to support him, make sure that I just of service and answering questions. We have all of our expansion partners going there, so it's going to be fun for me to see them in person because, of course, being across state lines, it's just fun to get in touch with people that, where you're working every single day. And I get to meet a bunch of people that want to learn more about, just expansion and some of the people I'm coaching throughout the country. So it's going to be a little bit more of a relationship building event for me this year, which actually I'm very, very excited about. I'm excited to see you there.
Yeah, it's truly, the longer and I've only been with this company 3 years. But, the more you get to know people within Keller Williams, it truly is a family reunion. so excited to go and see so many people that I don't get to see on a weekly basis.
I know, but we all feel like we know each other. All these people that have joined us on this call, all of them, I love them. I know them. I feel like I know them more probably than I really do. And so these are the events that we get to actually see each other and bond a bit more, which is always really fun.
Absolutely. So what are some of your biggest leverage tools that you have implemented over the years?
So I had really no leverage as a realtor, which was part of the problem. When I got to Keller Williams, I had a little bit of leverage as a team leader. Business-wise, I'll just talk, and then I'll talk about personal in a minute. But I think that I learned leverage just as a leader at a high level. I was nervous about it, but yet I'm and I said if I grew that fast, I'd have more leverage, and the more leverage I had, the more I wanted. And so that's the driving force for me. It's the same for me in this role. I don't have as much leverage now because I'm in a business that's growing. So going from market center with a bunch of leverage to director of expansion with a little bit less leverage, I've had to figure some different things out on my own. I think the biggest thing for me is to be really intensely focused. It's not really leverage, but it kind of is. I've learned over the last few years when I'm at home or I'm doing something with the kids or I need to be present in something, that it's just an intense focus during that time. That intense focus can be more important, more powerful, more productive than if I were to spend hours on it, with my kids, for example. Same thing at work. If I have a limited amount of time, but I have goals that need to be met, it's about the intense focus you put forth towards it during that time. So leverage to me has also been a lot, for me, especially in this role, about time management, more so than leverage, because I don't have that leverage.
Right. So you are, what I'm hearing is you're extremely scheduled.
Mm-hmm. Very
right.
Yeah, very scheduled.
Very scheduled.
And on top of scheduled, then when I'm doing it, it's like that is all I'm doing. That's all I'm thinking about. It's an intense focus. And if I don't have that and I get too distracted, then it has to be the things that I'm not accomplishing leak into other things, and that's where it starts to be when I'm not happy, right? Because I don't want certain things into my time with the kids or into my vacation or into my plugged time, or quite frankly into an interview that I have with somebody. If I've got if I've got things that are not done because I wasn't intensely focused in the hour before that, that does kind of take me off track all day, potentially into the night. And that's one thing that I let happen a lot in the past because I just didn't have a lot of control over my schedule. And I've really learned, and with a lot of not now, very scheduled and really focused on those blocks.
I'm going to be willing to bet, Cari, that you give others the expectation of your schedule.
Yes. And that's a good,
yes.
As a realtor, you definitely need to do that. That's a really good comment. PowerMom out there, every realtor needs to understand that their time is valuable, they're valuable, and yeah, they have control. You're a business owner. You have control of your schedule. So if somebody calls you and says they can only do it during your son's basketball game, I think you tell them you're busy and when do they want to do it. I think the biggest aha for me is you have to have enough opportunities in order to be willing to say no to some of them. Because here's the problem. If, for example, an agent.
So it's just like, in the morning you give your family the rundown of your schedule. And it's like, so, here's when I'm going to be home. Mm-hmm. Here's when I'm not available. Here's when not to call me. Here's the expectation so you can make the appropriate choice.
That is correct.
The same thing. So you're extremely scheduled. Expectation. So everybody's good communication and makes the right choices.
It makes life a lot easier for sure. And it teaches have a schedule too, by the way, right? One thing I learned as a team leader is I started to be really scheduled in order to hit my, 15, recruits a month. I had to be in a lot of recruiting appointments. My agents didn't always like the fact that I was busy and in appointments because they wanted to come and they had things that they needed. I just started putting a schedule out on my door, and it said, here's when I'm available and here's when I'm not. But I also told when I wasn't available what I was doing. And what I think that did is over a period of time, it taught them to also be really, managed with their own time. They started to respect it and said, hey, wait, maybe I shouldn't be running into your office at 9 a.m. either. I probably should be doing something different, and I should probably not be letting people interrupt my time either. So they saw the success, and then they, it was being modeled, and then they accepted it, and then they started implementing it. And I believe you can do that with your kids as well, really helping them stay more on a schedule so they don't feel as overwhelmed. I mean, having a teen and a teenager, they have really busy lives, lots of things with school. And I think it's a great skill to start learning as early as possible.
Sure. Well, I mean, what you're talking about is follow the leader. Yeah. I mean, if you want someone to model what you tell them, then you're going to have to do it as well.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. It's hard to talk about something if you don't do it yourself. Well, maybe it'd be hard to talk about it. It's hard to jump on the bus with you for sure. But I coach agents. You said that about controlling your schedule. I think for all the power moms out there, one of the hardest things for me when I was younger and I had small children and I was really, doing quite a bit of business was being okay saying no to people when they were trying to dictate my schedule. Because I was worried that I was going to lose opportunities, I was going to lose the income. And I think what I learned is if I just generated a little bit more and just got a little bit more in my pipeline, had a little bit more clients that I was working with, then it was okay if there was that one or two different ones that literally were just inflexible with me, that kept coming into my time with my kids and made me feel guilty and upset. And I didn't have to worry about anymore. I just had the freedom to say no. So lead generation gives you the freedom to say no. The less lead generation, the less client prospects you have, the more you're tied to them and the more you have to, or you feel you have to say yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cari, you are full of gems and wisdom.
That's what I think when I get on the phone with you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Birds of a feather.
That's right.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to hug your neck, and thank you for your energy that you've brought today. I appreciate you.
Having me.
So I can't. Thank you.
I'm excited to see you and everybody watching at Family Reunion. Safe travels.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Have a great Thursday.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.